Welcome to our Quality Coffee Systems showroom. I'm here in the Conti section of our showroom here, and Conti is a brand from Monaco, and they started around 1950, and it's on par with some of the best competition brands out there when it comes to manual commercial espresso machines. Today I'd like to take the opportunity, along with my colleague Reza, to show what the Conti has to offer and for which kind of client these machines would be most ideal for. So here we have Reza, my colleague here. He's our certified coffee expert and certified educator when it comes to anything coffee related. And then also he's our head barista and product specialist. So I have him here today because he knows all the technical details of each machine here. So we're talking about Conti today. There's 3 machines. Each machine has a specific ideal location that it should be placed in. And I love Conti because they don't put that much money into marketing. That's why maybe you haven't heard of them. They put all their finances into manufacturing and just getting a really perfect espresso. And we're really excited about Conti at the moment because they have been around from 1950, but it's only been recently that they've really stepped it up when it comes to the aesthetics. That all 3 models, their best sellers, have all been revamped, and they've really done a lot of market research, and yeah, we're really excited. And by the way, guys, for Conti, we are the national distributors and service. We stock all parts. We got you covered from A to Z when it comes to Conti. 3 machines. Let's start with this one, this beauty right here. It's called the Conti NGC. Is that right, Reza?
Yeah, thank you, Costa. This is the NGC. That's a new name and new term for new generation C, I would say. And this is our entry level in terms of Conti machines, actually.
Entry level. Why would you call this one entry level?
I would say because
it looks almost same as the others.
Yeah, they look like really similar together, but the only thing is the small boiler. I would say not small, smaller than other models. Mm-hmm. That's approximately around 10 liters of water inside the boiler. So it would be perfect for maybe lower portion, I would say.
Okay. And is everything else programmable? Like, for example, shot time, temperature. What can we control on this machine?
So almost everything, but the machine is single boiler. So we don't have really, adjustments on the temperature. On the we have a general information on the temperature. We can adjust between 120 to 125. As much as we go higher, we get drier steam for sure. But temperature on group is also increasing. The good news is we can calibrate it. How? Manually we can use kind of like screws for decreasing the temperature on the group head as well. So that's not a big deal overall. We can adjust the temperature and we can have the super dry steam on this machine as well. But it's not digitalized. We have to do it manually by ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of like what kind of client, of course you'd want this machine in a traditional style cafe, as it's a manual and it's got the steam ones and all that, potential for latte art. But what kind of cafe?
I would say maybe a small cafe with maximum 70 to 80 cups per day.
Okay.
Or maybe a small restaurant who are interested to, I would say, like serving a specialty coffee.
Right.
That's going to be really elegant in that kind of facilities. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't really recommend the 10 liter boiler for something like 400, 500 cups per day.
Okay. You think there's still potential for like latte art when it comes to this machine?
For sure. Especially, new generation machines, they have beautiful steam bonds.
Yeah.
Powerful steam. Yeah, powerful steam, dry, and people who know how to do the latte art and dryness of the foam, it's really important. If we increase the temperature on the machine, we get perfect dry foam. Steam out of the machine. You have the shot timer. You can program the kind of like a volumetric style on this machine. Same as other machines we used to have and we have actually. They're all volumetric. Conti has volumetric style, and steam. I would say it can be calibrated to the perfect dry steam. To answering the last question.
And what about like variations? Is there other variations of this model or other colors?
We have it. I would say in white as well.
Yeah.
At the moment, I don't have any idea about other colors. I've never seen them anywhere. But white and black, I've seen them, and white also is really stunning. And it comes with, I believe, 2 versions. One of them doesn't have the kind of like, you know, covers, just like the NGX, for example, this kind of like, you know, mesh for cups. And the other version which we do have at the moment is with the cup warmer mesh. So that's the difference. And also some of them, they don't come with the temperature adjustment on the group head, but we do have the version with the adjustment. So we can, if customer has any kind of beans, actually I've done that, you know, I calibrated these machines like maybe 110 of them, but I've done the calibration on this machine as well. So for example, customer had a little bit darker beans, so we have to decrease the temperature, so we can do it on this machine as well. You know, despite of the single boiler function, we can adjust the temperature. And steam. Needs dry steam on as well. The shut. Let's see.
Next machine on the list is the Conti NG. That's in between the entry-level Conti and the top-of-the-line Conti. And yeah, how does it perform? Is it about that, like kind of better than NGC or less performance?
First of all, 12 liters tank, the actually boiler.
Yeah.
So I would say, you know, it's gonna take 200 300 I would say shots per day, drinks. So more volume overall you get from this one. Second, you have touch screen, so it's kind of like, you know, more elegant, I would say, and more useful. So you can go into the settings and stuff.
Speaking
like,
of elegant, I think this machine is like really good
most
looking.
beautiful.
Yeah, I like the rounded features and the nice lighting that wraps around beautifully.
In my opinion, the most beautiful Conti ever designed.
Yeah,
is this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything is really, you know, sharp.
Yeah,
Everything is. My favorite part is steam bonds. As you can see, it's automatically 60 degree.
so this is a better steam one, like a easier to use steam one.
Easier to use, and you know, it's not. You know, for example, just imagine you're steaming,
Yeah.
and someone, I don't know, call you or something, and you just get interrupted for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and your steam is, you know, done.
Right.
But this one,
Mhm.
you already lean on it,
Yeah.
and that's the thing I like about this kind of like a steam bonds actually. So this is 60 degree,
Yeah.
perfect,
Mhm.
and you can lean on it. So
Okay.
it's perfect for overall steam. NGX is the only machine from Conti which has the purge.
Yeah.
So when you actually use this lever
Mhm.
through yourself,
Yeah.
you will steam. But when you go forward,
Mhm.
you're purging. That's a kind of like, you know.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll use this one here.
Yeah.
I see.
You
Yeah.
know, like,
okay.
You know,
quicker,
that's
easier.
important. Exactly,
Yeah,
and you will
efficient,
get
yeah.
used to it. You know, it's
Yeah.
not something you the first time you will not maybe use it, but after a week, after a while, you're gonna use it. You're gonna purge like this, and after that, start
Yeah.
your actually steaming process.
Yeah.
That's the only Conti machine
Mm-hmm.
which it has this.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Buttons look the
Yeah.
same, eh? So it's got like the single cup, double cup. So it's almost the same
Exactly.
layout. The
Yeah,
front.
same layout,
Yeah.
but
But this is touchscreen.
yeah, that's touch screen.
Oh,
Instead
nice.
of like, you know, here you have to play with buttons, but
Yeah.
there it's touch screen.
What about the inside of the machine then? Is there anything better internally? You know, I know this is better and displays better, but what about the inside?
Yeah. This one has 12 liters boiler in compared to the NGC, which is 10 liters.
10 liters.
So,
2 liters. Is that
2
a
liters
lot?
more.
Is it-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say a lot. So, you know, because it's reserve.
Mhm.
So it's covering,
Yeah.
and while you have a lot of customers, that 2 liters, it's a lot on
Okay.
the overall.
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's still like a single boiler, right?
Still a single
just bigger.
boiler. Yeah, just larger boiler.
Yeah.
So you have more reserved water overall.
Yeah.
So that helps for sure. That helps for the actually keeping up the cells, because and also keeping up the quality.
Yeah.
Why? Because imagine your temperature is dropping over the back-to-back serving for customers. That's not really consistent overall. So that's a thing. Like I would say, for a little bit, more heavy dutier coffee shops, like busier.
Yeah.
I would say at least if you have 200 cups per day,
but
you
not
have to go for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can move on. I think I got everything.
Yeah, we
all
do have
information
everything
I need
on it.
of this. Let's make a shot of it.
Yeah, let's make a shot on it.
Almost silent.
The other thing is, they both have pre-infusion.
Both have pre-infusion.
They both have pre-infusion, so it's really effective. On the taste. So I'm gonna purge. Let's stop it. And steam on, as I said, I can lean on it. Let me see how dry is this one. I'm gonna make a cappuccino.
I almost want to say this crema looks a little bit better than the NGC as well. We didn't do this for the NGC, but the NGC wasn't bad either, but I can just tell this one seems to be a bit thicker.
Okay, let me see. I made cappuccino this time. I want to try a little bit maybe foamier and heavier. Let's see.
Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect swan.
I have to say this was really drier.
Dry, steam
Much
dryer.
more drier.
So, yeah. NGC probably just a more simple shape.
No,
does that make a difference? No.
You can do the same, but again, Ultima is something else. That was
Oh, excellent.
nice foam it has.
Yes, yeah. And lastly, we have the MC Ultima. So this is the top of the line Conti, and there's many reasons why it is top of the line. We'll get into that soon. And aesthetic wise, I like it. It's obviously, it looks more like a tank. It's because of the interior, right? And because the high performance. So we're sacrificing a little bit of the curves we get from the NGX, but it's built to really perform, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what inside makes it look like that? First of all, let's start with the display, just like we did over there. Display wise, it's got the same buttons, but the layout is different, right?
Yeah. Overall, it's all of the things you have internally on actually those machines, you have separated individually here. You want to go to menu, you have it here. You want to go to eco mode, you have it here. And eco mode, you can actually send any side or each side of the machine individually to eco mode. That's one of the things. For example, you don't have a lineup or your coffee shop is not that busy that day, you send one of the sides to eco mode, and you're consuming less energy overall on the machine. So one of the sides are working, and one of the sides is working, and the other side is sleeping. And imagine like you have again line up, or you get busy, like eventually you turn it on, and instead of like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you get in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So that's gonna be fast. That's a good function, I would say. Plus cleaning, you can do individually. So while you are, for example, cleaning one of the sides, the other side can work.
Okay. All right.
For example, you can operate.
Is it more user friendly? This one?
More user
like
friendly.
With the buttons here.
Exactly. And also touch screen,
okay.
and you can add recipes as well.
Oh, wow.
So for example, you have different baristas.
Yeah.
So one of them in the morning, they did a calibration, something like that.
Yeah.
So they changed the recipe, and they can add it here. So next barista, when they come, they see, okay, 18 grams or 19 grams, how much infusion we had, what was the temperature, and you will have it here. That's the thing also, I believe that's important too.
Wow.
for a specialty coffee.
Nice. How many recipes can you set up?
Six,
That's quite a lot.
around six of them. I believe you can 6 different recipes, because maybe you want to serve different coffees as well. So you can name them and you can change them as well. And
I noticed display-wise, there's no manometer like we had on those machines. Pressure gauges, they're on the screen.
On the touch screen,
We see the pressure gauges.
They are not here. They're digital.
But why is it like more more square compared to the rest? What is it? The inside?
This one is multi-boiler.
Multi-boiler.
This one is not even like dual boiler.
Mm-hmm.
This is multi-boiler. So you have one big boiler and two individually for each group.
Yeah.
So that the big boiler is 12 liters and one here for 1 liter, 1 liter. And you have reserve water all the time actually. And again, you can adjust the temperature this time digitally. Like you can go to actually you go to the menu, you can change the boiler temperature, like these individual boilers.
Okay. So
Plus group. So you can adjust your temperature. For example, at the moment we have 94 degree for the right side and 90 degree for the left side.
oh, we couldn't do that before, eh?
Yeah. You know, you can do, but it's
Yeah.
not digitalized. You have to do it by yourself manually.
Okay.
But this one, you know, you just go to the menu, you can change the boiler temperature or group temperature or both at the same time.
Okay.
So you get you know, everything is adjustable. Everything.
Now I know this is the only machine that we carry from Conti that is available in a 3 group.
Yeah,
1, 2,
that's
3.
that common tree.
So
Yeah.
what happens with the 3 group? Is there an extra boiler then?
It's the same because it's more than enough overall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
it's more than enough on this one as well. So that's going to be that on the 3 group as well.
Yeah, I know you were talking about how you like the MGX's steam on here.
Yeah.
This is back to kind of like what the NGC has. So what's your opinion on this?
So this, in terms of steam power,
Yeah.
this is the most elegant one.
Yeah.
But personally, for example, I prefer these kind of steam bombs. They're, you know, a little bit modern, I would say.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about them, if you're a, you know, really professional barista, it's not a big deal.
Right.
But for people who are juniors in kind of like in this industry, they just joined or they're new baristas, they're getting experience. It can be a little bit tricky to actually you cannot lean on this actually. So it goes to almost 90 degree up, and you cannot set it up anywhere and, you know, like lean on it and steam.
With the right skill, you can get.
Exactly, with the right skill doesn't matter. Yeah,
Okay.
for only for, you know, people who are actually fresh,
Okay.
I would say. Yeah,
First 2 machines has pre-infusion, pretty standard across all commercial manual machines, I think, right?
exactly. Yeah.
And then but this one's a bit different. You mentioned it has soft
This is soft
infusion, right?
diffusion. The first impact of the coffee and water is really important. So
Okay.
this one give it kind of like, you know, softer
Yeah.
to you.
Okay.
They are also good, but they just moist the surface of the coffee, and that's it. After that, infusion happens. This one, it's softer.
Yeah.
It's doing it, stops, and after that starts. So it's
Okay.
kind of like it goes down
Okay.
and up after that.
So
Yeah, this
MC
is
Ultima, I noticed it also has these espresso stands here,
Yeah.
or espresso slides, I guess you want to call it. The other ones had the kind of the manual here. Let me grab it. Had this one.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just a little bit more of a sleeker
This is
option. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
more convenient, I would
Yeah,
say.
you don't
You
wanna
put it
keep
there,
moving.
put it back in. You have tall after or shorter cups.
Yeah.
That's kind of like more elegant. Yeah. Let's try it. This is my, you know, favorite machine overall because the way the overall steam comes out of this machine, it's really dry, so it's perfect for any kind of art and overall.
The coffee brewing.
Yeah.
The coffee brewing. Would you say it's like equal to other ones? No, see, no, it's not. Once again, the MC Ultima, it's just like a darker crema, thicker crema. It's so even just the coffee brewing. I'm noticing a big difference between NGC
because
to
of,
here.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
of the soft infusion and
Yeah.
it's different, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's really powerful.
Oh, okay. And this concludes today's video tour, guys. Just to recap though, the NGC, so the entry-level machine by Conti. And yeah, the price it is
8,900.
8,900. So I think that's great pricing, you know, especially when you compare to competitor brands. 8,900 is a steal when it comes to an entry-level machine like this that still has high performance. The NGX here, so that's in between, kind of in between. And as we saw, we could still make excellent specialty coffees, any specialty coffees. And the price here is
$11,000.
$11,000. And then as we move up to the MC Ultima here, this is the top of the line by Conti. It's got the soft infusion, the multi-boiler system, 14 liters. It's the beast from Conti. How much is this one?
$18,000.
$18,000. So I just wanted to give you guys a overall 360 view of the Conti machine. So with the MC Ultima, we got kind of the simple, just the crown logo here. That's from Monaco. And then as we move on here, and the most aesthetic machine in my opinion is the NGX. It's got the low profile curve features, high performance with the light in the back there for the script. And then the NGC, just a slightly boxier look, still nice, and still has it's got the light that wraps around but in the back. That's it guys, thank you. I hope that's enough information for you. I don't want to go into too much detail, make it confusing, but I think we got the general idea here. Any questions, please feel free to contact us at 604-291-6166, or you can always email info@qualitycoffeesystems.ca. Any concluding words, Reza?
Yeah, just I wanted to inform you, we have the best service overall. You know, our focus mostly is service. When you get your machine, you are not only getting your machine, you are getting service, such as like a training, such as taste calibration, such as you know, like overall, as much as we can, we help you set up your coffee setup. On everything related to coffee, related to our machines, we support, and we will have it up to the best and perfection. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.